I'm laughing as I'm thinking about this journey and path that she has been on, feeling tremendously bolstered and empowered on one end, and then on the next end it's like, oh, what, I don't know. And we would get these emails, from her about trying to find out, like, oh, I know how to do this and how to do that, and then, Apostle, wait, maybe not, maybe not. And so I am celebrating that she has arrived today to really showcase where she has come to. Because she's no longer halted. Congratulations. Congratulations, hubby. So we are excited for this tremendous power, this awesome minister, this mom and wife who knows that there is more, but that thing was still nagging. And that's why I'm so thankful for the process of Propel, because folk get to work that out. And you will see as she delivers this piece how much God has done in 90 days with Shalita Watts and her journey. And I just celebrate you even before you get it. I know it's going to be good. So get on up here and let's give her a hand as she comes. Shalita Watts.
First, do y'all know today is 12/12/12?
Yeah.
Ooh. Right, good. My husband knows the number. 12/12/15. Oh. That's all right. You just turned that 5 right on around.
I'm right there with you.
And I looked at you and I said, baby, it's 12/12/12.
12/12.
And he said,
12/12.
12/12/12. I'm 35 years old, and I do not know how to swim. But who else in here don't know how to swim? Thank you. So I am not alone. I'm sure that one of my childhood memories about swimming you all can relate to. I remember it almost like it was yesterday. I was at one of those splash parks, and you know how they have those tall, large water structures and the water's just pouring off? Well, I can't remember whether I was sitting down or on my knees, what have you, but all of a sudden, all this water is just like gushing and pouring in my face, and I am freaking. I'm literally panicking. My arms swam, I'm like, help! And then all of a sudden, it's like, wait a minute. All I gotta do is stand up and move forward. I was not drowning, and that was not my end.
Yes.
In life, we have the power tool of choice to stand up and to move forward. Hi, my name is Shalita Michelle Watts. I am a breakthrough speaker and coach. I am a workshop facilitator and designer. I help people from all walks of life to overcome their personal challenges that's hindering them from being the person that they really know that they can be. I help them in regards to get through, that what seems to be out of control and not knowing who they are. How they can get past and get over those overwhelming situations in their lives. But I haven't always been the person you see in here today. I suffered with a lot of reject. I suffered with accepting me and not even knowing my own identity. I grew up experiencing lots of rejection, and as an adult, it was repeated, it was reinforced with more and more rejection, so much so that I didn't feel like my value came from being heard or what I had to say, but rather it was the fulfillment of others' agendas. I felt like the true me was unwanted. For years, I lived as if I had multiple personalities. But that the true, vibrant, happy world changer
My God.
was locked up in a cage.
Come on. My God.
but not anymore.
Come on.
I stand before you confident in who I am, enjoying life, and really knowing what it means to love and accept me. In this flashback story, it tells you about how it is to feel overwhelmed by that gushing of water just pouring down. You know, that the feelings of fear and being panicked and a loss of control, that those are real feelings. That how momentary situations, that even though they feel as if they are an eternity, but that once you identify and recognize it, it now places you in the position to give you access to one of the most powerful tools in life, the power of choice. We choose to either stay in the deceptive, drowning position or stand up and move forward.
That's it.
The feelings of panic and being overwhelmed and the loss of control and even the loss of identity, these are real feelings, I know. And there's a reason why these feelings come up at certain times. But I believe we must identify, we must confront them. And in doing that, we realize we have the ability to do what? What are we going to do? We're going to stand up and we're going to move forward. That water was rushing down my face because that's the way I have felt in regards to just being overwhelmed. What's making you feel overwhelmed? Is it your family, finances, your weight? Is it your past experiences? What is being torrential in your life right now? What is flooding, what is transpiring in your life that is constantly flooding, continuing to flood into your present day that you don't even know where you're going? What is constantly trying to take control of your life? Where you feel as if you've lost control and you can't move forward. But you have to know that no matter what has happened in your life, no matter how deep the wounds are, no matter how difficult the situation, you can still stand. No matter how out of control you feel or that it seems, and even though you may not even know yourself anymore, you can still move forward. I know it's possible. I know it's possible because I was able to do it. I wouldn't be standing here if I ain't never moved forward. I believe that if one can do it, if one can move forward, if one can overcome, well then that's proof enough that it can be done. It is possible. You see, I grew up in a home that didn't foster love or acceptance, but rather it was fear, rejection, distrust, hurt, and even verbal abuse. I've never really felt accepted by my mother. And I've never bonded with my mother nor my father. And sad to say, even to this day, there's not a true bond. Even from early adulthood, you know, my mother constantly just spoke negative things in the house. You know, I would say the standpoint that she was one of those, on the outside, one of those strong black women, that old-fashioned. But what really made her strong was that the walls that she built up to keep people out. But yet she allowed me in. She allowed me in so much so that from the age of 5 up to the age of 16 and even further, that she constantly shared with me so much stuff that she even shared with me the disdain that she had towards my own father. Now, my own father wasn't one that was living 100 miles away. My own father was the one that lived right down the hall from me in my own home that I saw every day. And I felt like, what is she doing? Is she really trying to turn me against my daddy? And that hurt. That's real. So even through life, having that, I never really trusted her. But then when I got 16, she told me this standpoint. If ever you want to talk, we could talk. So I said, okay, we can do this, woman to woman. I built up my confidence, found my guts. And I said, Mama, can we sit down? Can we talk? So we sat down and, and I said, Mommy, I don't like when you talk bad about my father. Can you not talk bad about him anymore? She wasn't having it. But you know how it is. It was her way or what? The highway. Conversations weren't two ways. I was immediately dismissed. Oh, you just too sensitive. You just think life is just peaches and cream, but you're going to learn. But on the inside, it took me back to when I was 5 years old, and I heard her say, I never wanted a little girl. But within me, I heard, I never wanted you.
Jesus.
And when I think about that, I see blackness. And literally, I just sunk on the inside. I was devastated to my core. But it was soon that I would learn what Psalm 27:10 says. That when my father and my mother forsake me, the Lord will receive me. And that's just what he did.
Yes, Lord.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
I know. As a teenager and a young girl, God literally, he showed me that everything in life is by choice. It is one of the greatest gifts we have, but yet one of the most misunderstood. He taught me how we can live past our hurt and our pain. That even whether you get in a disagreement or an argument, you get to choose whether you're going to laugh at all, you're going to learn from it,
My goodness.
or whether you're going to take offense.
Wow.
He showed me that when you take offense, you get off focus on the intended goal in which you was headed towards. You see, God has given us the power tool of choice.
Yes.
I remember listening to Les Brown quote Zig Ziglar, and he said, there's greatness on the inside of you. Well, it's true. There's greatness on the inside of me, and there's greatness on the inside of you. And that greatness, it gives us the ability to stand up. And it gives us the ability to move forward. Hallelujah. There is more to life than the various overwhelming, seemingly uncontrollable situations. You see, we are not helpless and defeated, but rather we have the fibers of victor, overcomer, and greatness within our DNA. You see, there was a time when I felt so overwhelmed that even by my past, I felt as if my past was hunting me down. Past experiences overwhelming me in my present.
Come on.
That I felt as if I lost my identity and my destiny. I didn't even know who I was anymore. But God reminded me that everything in life, we have a choice.
Yeah.
And in 2 Kings 7:3, it talks about these 4 lepers that was outside of the gates. And they said, why sit here and die? If we go in, we're going to die. If we stay here, we're going to die. So they said, okay, why don't we just go and surrender ourselves? Because if we surrender, we live. But if they kill us, we'll die. But you know what they did? They moved forward. And guess what? When they went in, the camp was empty and there was plenty. So what are we afraid of? Why won't we stand up? Why won't we move forward? I come up with 5 ways to get mentally unstuck, but actually I'm going to add another one, 6 ways. My choices dictate my results. Greatness is within me. Proper proaction, action, and reaction gives me superhero powers. I divorce myself from offense. I shift my perspective until the dial reaches internal happiness. Be self-aware, but not self-conscious. God has gifted me to help others overcome life's underwhelming situations and negative past experiences. That they have victor, greatness, and overcomer within their DNA. And I'm committed to help them love themselves again and to regain control of their lives. To learn more about my Mindset Momentum workshops or to attend one of my life-changing, moving and freeing workshops, visit www.mindsetmomentum.com. I also have material in the back of the room and a today-only discount for you to attend one of these workshops. Now I would like to ask you all to please close your eyes. And now think of a problem, a person, or perspective that is causing you to feel paralyzed right now. Now imagine that problem, person, or perspective as you desire and wish it to be. I know this will be tough for some of you, but force focus. See that problem solved, the relationship with the person healed, or your perspective changed and victorious. Now think of one thing that could shift that problem, the relationship with that person or that perspective. And now I want you to see yourself doing it. And say within yourself, this is possible. Now smile and say within yourself, this is possible and I can do it. Now let's close with repeating this after me. If everybody could please stand. I can, I will, I shall.
I can, I will, I shall.
Stand, stand up, stand out.
Stand, stand up, stand out.
I can, I will, I shall.
I can, I will, I shall.
Move past,
Move past,
move on,
move on,
move forward.
move forward.
I can, I will, I shall.
I can, I will, I shall.
Choose victory,
Choose victory,
choose freedom,
choose freedom,
choose me.
choose me.
Now give yourself a hand clap.